triangles. You can pause the video so that you will have a time to read it. Okay, the problem said that there's this man who is standing 50 feet away from a building. So you have a building here, and that's 50. So the ground distance between the man and the building is 50. Now he's looking at the bottom of the window. Let's say, for example, this is the window, and makes an angle of 28.5 degrees. He also noticed that the angle of elevation of the top of the building is 35 degrees. Now, the problem is asking us to find the distance between the top of the building and the bottom of the window. Okay? So, if you're going to notice, there are two triangles involved. The smaller triangle with an angle of 28.5, so it looks like this. Of course, this is 50. And the bigger triangle with an angle of 35 degrees, and this is 50. But I only want this part. Now, let's say, for example, I'm going to give a particular height of the building. Let's say the building is around 40, like around 40 feet. And the distance between the bottom of the building and the ground is like around 25. So naturally, from the bottom of the building, from the bottom of the window to the top of the building is around 50, because 15 plus 25 is 40. But of course, theoretically speaking, to find this measure is to subtract 40 and 25. So therefore, we need to find the height of the building from top to bottom and then subtract it from the distance between the ground and the bottom of the window. So let's say this is the top of the building. So therefore, if this is y and this is x, and we know that this now becomes your y and this becomes your x, 15 is supposed to be your y minus x. So therefore, to find the distance between the bottom of the window and the top of the building, we need to subtract y and x. We can only do that if we can find the values of x and y. However, I see there's an angle here, and x represents the opposite, and 50 represents the adjacent. And the function that we can use here is a tangent function. So therefore, the tangent of 28.5 degrees is equivalent to x over 50, making x equivalent to 50 tangent 28.5 degrees, because we know that the denominator of that measure is equivalent to 1. Similarly, it's the same thing as this is the opposite, this is the adjacent. Therefore, tangent 35 degrees is equivalent to y over 50, making y equivalent to 50 tangent 35 degrees. So we need to find the value of this and the value of this, and then subtract them. We would be able to get the distance that we are looking for. So let's make use of our calculator. Okay, so you have the first measure, that's 50 tangent 28 degrees. 50 tangent 28.5 degrees. And that's equivalent to 27.15. So your x value is 27.15, which represents the distance between the ground and the bottom of the building. Now we will go to the second measure, and that's 50 tangent 35, which gives us a value of 35.01. So y is 35.01. Therefore, the distance between the bottom of the window and the top of the building is equivalent to y over x, y being 35.01 and x being 27.15. So all you have to do is to subtract those two values, 35.01 and minus 27.15. And that is equivalent to 7.86. In our problem, the answer should be letter B because when you round off 7.86 to the nearest tenth digit, it's equivalent to 7.9. That's it.